Hey guys, Wild got a Showdown game for you guys because just have a couple battles backed up because I did stream yesterday. I just didn't get a chance to record them yet, so you get this. But using the one team that we built on Showdown yesterday, or not yesterday, it was the other day. But for those of you that don't know, defensive, fucking Crocodile, Choice Band Scizor, Mega Bulky Venusaur, whatever, Assault Vest Conch Elder, Nasty Plot Thundurus, and Life Orb Greninja. So anyways, opponent's team, from what I'm looking at, it's a pretty standard looking team. Like, the Landorus is a bit uncommon, for it to be, Landorus I, but it still does pose a threat. Like, main threats I'm looking at on his end, it's mainly just going to be that Latios and that Landorus. So, really, my big players are going to be, Scizor, Conch Elder, or not Conch Elder, Scizor, Thundurus, and Greninja. And then the other thing I really have to focus on is getting rid of that Ferrothorn, because the thing is, I don't have any really amazing things to hit it with. Yeah, I got the stab with Conch Elder, but otherwise, it's just things that it can tank. So I just got to be careful around that Ferrothorn and make sure I don't get on the wrong side of it, because with the core he has, he can kind of try and preserve his Latios and his Landorus a little bit. So I just got to make sure I get his walling combo out of the way, and then those two should be no problem, hopefully. So, leads on his end, I kind of figured he would go off with Tyranitar, so I figured let's just go with Crocodile, get rocks up right off the bat, and it should be super happy fun time. So let's get into it. Also, I'm on the other side, if you couldn't already tell. But he's actually going to lead off with the Rotom. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. But, he's actually going to lead off with Rotom. I'm like, fuck it. Crocodile, looking at his team, I mean, it would be nice to have for the Tyranitar, but I have plenty of things to deal with Tyranitar anyways. Otherwise, Crocodile really has no point. So I'm like, okay, let's just get up rocks. He may anticipate me to switch anyway, so he might as well just go for Will-O-Wisp, which he does. And if he went for Hydro Pump, I got my rocks up anyways. He does have he does have Latios for defogging, but it's not really needed, quote unquote. But I'm able to get a Toxic off on him too. Well, I knocked off and I Toxic, so it was just like, well, I fucked up this Rotom's life. Because, he predicted me to switch the turn before, which, I mean, it would have made sense, but it just didn't happen. But anyways, yeah, he Volt Switches out as I bring in Venusaur. Well, when I bring in Venusaur, he Volt Switches out. And I just go for Giga Drain for safety. I knew he'd most likely Volt Switch anyways, but there was a chance, he could have brought in something else, but, he did bring in Latios. It does a good chunk still, and I know he's going to go for Psyshock right here. There's no way he's going for anything else. So I go into Scizor to take the incoming Psyshock, and then he just stays in, I guess hoping I would go for U-turn, predicting him to switch out, or he thought he could live a Bullet Punch. I do get a crit, but it didn't matter. I ran a damage calc, but now he goes into Gliscor, and, yeah, Venusaur is just the safest thing I can do, so that is what I proceed to do, is go into Venusaur and do stuff. So I Giga Drain, and he switches out to Ferrothorn. It's fairly obvious, and obviously I can't do anything here. I really wish I could run HP Fire, but just 4-move syndrome just fucking sucks. But I go into Conch Elder there, because I figured it should be enough to scare out the Ferrothorn, and my assumption is right. I still go for Drain Punch for safety purposes, because it'll still hit everything on his team, and then I can take any hit from anything on his team and retaliate back later. Which is just a case with the Gliscor, because I can easily take an Earthquake. He crits me, which does suck, because that does lower Conch Elder's survivability. He's able to bring in Landers right here. I know how he switches it in. He's probably going to go for Earth Power or Psychic. More than likely, it's going to be Earth Power in case I want to bring in Scizor predicting Psychic. But, yeah. So, I am forced to switch out just because I can't take the hit as well with Conch Elder. And I did want to preserve it just in case for Ferrothorn. And also Tyranitar to a lesser extent. But, he brought in Ferrothorn right here, and I'm like, okay, I hit him with the Hidden Power, which did alright, so just Focus Blast him, no reason to switch out right now, might as well try and get as much damage off as possible, and, yeah, I went for HPS hit Landers in case it wanted to stay in, but here, I thought he was going to go for Protect. Like, it seemed like with Leech Seed, he would want to go for Protect, but instead he just went straight for Power Whip, so unfortunately I'm going to die from Life Orb right there. If I just went for the second Focus Blast, I didn't even need the Nasty Plot, it was me just predicting Protect, and, just going for it for the sake of going for it. But here I bring in Greninja, and, because I figured it would be good for anything he brought in, and he brought in Lander, so I'm like, okay, you can just Ice Beam him, but now I figure out he's Scarfed, so now I'm like, well, fuck, this isn't good. I quick run a damage calc, Scizor's Bullet Punch can't quite take it out yet, so what I'm going to have to do is go into Venusaur right here, and just try and hopefully take a hit, and then Giga Drain to bring it into range of Bullet Punch Revenge Killing, which, he just goes out to Tyranitar to take the Giga Drain, which doesn't take very well, and it's not able to take the next one very well either, even after it Megas, so that's fucking awesome. I'm okay with that. And so I'm able to take him out. I do take a good amount of damage from the Crunch, but whatever. Here he crits me with the Landorus. I'm not sure if it mattered or not. I really am not, so I can't judge either way. But here I'm just going to go into Scizor because it's the only thing I can do and try and just Bullet Punch and take him out. I do get max damage right there, and even if I didn't, he should have been in the range where Mach Punch would have killed him anyways. And then, you know, if it was Conkeldurr versus Rotom, I'd win that war anyways. But, yeah, I kill off the Landorus right there, and he brings in the Rotom, obviously, because it's this last guy. And it's essentially me just bullet punching to try and just take him out, because fucking... Or mainly just get damage off so I can get a free switch to Conkeldurr, but he does miss his second Hydro Pump, which really, again, doesn't matter, because he's left 7% anyways. I'm actually surprised that goddamn Bullet Punch was doing the chunk it did, and, you know, I lived the first Hydro Pump, so... Yeah, it would have just been Conkeldurr Mach Punching him to take him out, or I could have even just Drain Punched. It really didn't fucking matter, because I could take any hit because I had Assault Vest, so, yeah, that was the game, so GG, guy, you know, it was interesting. That Scarf Landorus really threw me off. Like, I guess it kind of made sense when the Thunders came in, but then again, you know, if I did, well, he wouldn't have really had business staying anyways, but, yeah, that Scarf Landorus almost fucked me up, and, yeah, it was interesting. But, yeah, anyways, that'll be for this. Hopefully we'll have a battle for you guys tomorrow if I can get it recorded, but, yeah, that'll be for this. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Such blah. Or comment, sub, and later, guys.